I'm gonna come.
Hey, I'm gonna come. Do not come. Do not come. I'm gonna come.
Did you see the new one about Kamala Harris said, "We do not say Merry Christmas.
What
We
the?
do not say Merry Christmas." Have you seen that one?
No. What?
I guess she was at some like events for like people who are like abused or something, like abused children, and it was around Christmas time. And she's like, "How dare you say Merry Christmas?
She
It is
really?
not a Merry Christmas for these children. How dare you say Merry Christmas?"
Oh,
And
dear.
then it cuts to a clip of Trump, and he's like, "We're bringing back Merry Christmas."
Dear God. I feel like Trump just says what he thinks people want to hear.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Anyhow,
I mean, that's how he got elected.
pretty much. Well, I know politicians lie, but like he really fucking lies, man. Like he lies, lies, lies.
He's very good with his words. I'll give him that. He's very good with how he words stuff and what he says.
I don't know. He used to be. There's another invite into this insanity we call Minecraft, man. More Minecraft insanity. I set it at 2, so
Okay.
I don't really know.
Yeah, my skin, even on Modern, keeps being set to yours.
That's fucked up.
Like my Minecraft account skin has literally got changed to yours. It's weird.
Yeah, I am at a point where I don't care about shit no more. Oh, really? I can't do that? Because I forgot to put on the cheats. There we go.
Send me another invite, boss.
Sure enough. It would be nice to find other shit to play. It's just hard figuring out like what to play.
And also, we are both broke. We got no money.
Yeah,
That doesn't help either.
I got bill money, but I'm not gonna blow my bill money on
Gaming.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, like even out here where I just went, that's way up there. Like looking back over here, like it's amplifying really insanely. Like nowhere, like when we first started and we used amplification, it didn't go to this fucking hot. Well, maybe it did actually. This looks right. So let me just jettison over here. I'm just jettisoning over here. I'm gonna go find this place. See how this works out. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna go find that place. Would help if I had shit to where I could see further, but I don't, and I can't. Hello, polar bear. You big old polar bear. Polar bear.
Bunch of wolves stranded on an island.
That's actually kind of funny. Without any
There's like
meat,
8 of them. Just
without.
inbreeding with each other.
Ow. I ran into it. No, this is the wrong way. No wonder I can't find my way. I went too far. And the world can no longer load with me. The world is unable to load. Okay, I gotta stop moving for a second. Because I am lost. Oh, okay, I see where I am. I want you to lick my ass while I part the. Dude, that's just sick. You.
Yes, Stanley, that's exactly what I want to do.
Ooh, yeah, there it is. The ocean monument, they're usually further out away from villages and shit, but it's like right here. Okay, somehow, yeah, no, this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm telling you, this is it. This is as good as we're getting, and I don't really care anymore. I don't care. I don't care. don't actually fucking care. This is fine. Everything's falling apart, but that's fine. How the fuck did you get here so fast? Or I got off. I
I
was.
got here while I'm farting.
Well, I'm farting. Jesus.
The place that I put my house is kind of missing now.
Yeah, it's still amplifying wrong. It's not amplifying correctly. The world generation's not working right or nothing. So it's probably literally just a difference between 1.20.1 and 1.21.1.
Yeah, 'cause I know for a fact that certain seeds do not carry across game versions.
Yeah, because they are. I'm telling you, they are constantly tweaking the world generation and the seeds.
Yeah.
But I'm so tired, I just don't give a shit no more, honestly. So we're gonna make this work, dude. We will make this work. I hate cheating. Something about just, ugh. I used to love to, or not cheating, but I used to love to be in creative and shit, but I don't like to anymore for some reason.
It takes away from the fun in the game is the challenge.
Oh, see,
There's no challenge.
I didn't need that chair mod. There's already furniture, or not chair mod, but furniture mod. There's one part of this pack. I knew there was. If you go into the search item for your items in creative mode, you type chair, a bunch of chairs to turn up. Same thing with the.
I was gonna say, did you figure out why there was like duplicate items last time too? Remember you'd search and there'd be like
Yeah,
two
I
of
don't
everything?
know, but it's not doing any of that now. So for me, it's fixed. I don't know why it's being weird for you. Oh. This game needs more parts, like bridge parts and shit. Like creating cool looking bridges and shit, rope bridges.
This game
and
needs
shit.
better physics too.
Yeah. Oh man, you know what? I'm just gonna. You know what? Let's play it in creative. Fuck it. We'll do everything in creative. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll do
Fuck
it
it,
all.
we're live.
Yeah.
We'll do
Fuck
it
it. We'll
live.
do it live. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Oh God, I forget that
Good
dude's
old
name.
Bill O'Reilly, the traditional American lad.
Bill O'Reilly, the douchebag, and other
What show
people.
was he on? What was the name of his show again?
I can't remember, but basically him and Tucker Carlson,
Yeah.
they're in the same shtick. They do the same shit.
So do you think Tucker Carlson is like the modern version of Bill O'Reilly?
Pretty much. But Tucker Carlson lost his show too.
Yeah, now he's on Twitter now. Suck on Elon's nipple.
Yep, sucking Elon's nipple.
Elon is so unbearable, dude. Like, I don't get how people like him. He's
Basalt
such an unbearable piece of shit.
basalt bricks. Huh. Didn't know I can make a basalt brick.
Can I still hit you in this? No.
I'm just gonna make cool bridge. We'll make a cool bridge. Let's make a cool bridge. This is slow. No. Damn it. There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna make this bridge look cool. Like, it's not gonna just be this. Three-lane bridge. Okay, that's cool. There we go. Now let me see. I'm gonna make a yeah, this'll work. This'll work fine. This'll work fine. Stop that. Don't do that. I hate playing in creative. It's kind of boring, but I want to just get somewhere. I'm tired. I want to build some shit. I want to see my shit come to life. Not literal shit, mind you. but like the shit I'm making. Hell yeah, guys! Look at what I made you, man. You are good to go. You got yourself a a uh a brick bridge, man. I made you guys
Problem is, they don't have the AI to like use it.
this. Oh yeah, they do. They'll use it.
They do? You've seen them use it?
They'll use it. They'll use it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just leave that, I guess. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. They will figure it out.
You should put on this side a bridge down to the bottom so they can get down there.
Bridge
Or like a
down.
staircase or something.
Yeah. Wait, what?
You're cheating! You're cheating!
I just don't give a shit no more. I'm too tired to give a shit. Too tired to give an absolute rat's ass, man. But let's see. Yeah, it feels like something's missing because I remember coming over to see they are coming. Look at them.
Huh.
Yeah, they're coming.
I've never really seen them use it before. That's good.
Oh, that's right. It would come to here and then it went over here, over there.
So that one over there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a bee over here too. What up?
He's like, I'm here now. What's going on? You don't know. I'm gonna put some stuff together here. Yeah, this is not quite like we had. And I feel like it at this point it might have more to do with the amplification going on. I don't know. I can't get it right. This was higher. That thing right there straight across from me, that was higher. I
It's
remember
higher
that. Yeah, and then going from here to over there was different too. So, but I'm tired. I don't care. You know what I'm
I'm
gonna
over it.
I am so over this shit. I just don't even give a goddamn no more. I want to make okay because the bridge comes over to here, but I wonder if there's some way I can make a staircase for these bitches going down
That's
somewhere.
what I'm thinking.
Maybe
There isn't really an easy way though.
I'm thinking from like right here at an angle down to there and then down to the other village part. I'll get it. I'm gonna start with bricks though, because that's easier. I think there's a way to place bricks in midair. I just don't know how to do it.
There's a mod for that, but you can't do it in the base game.
Oh shit.
Just like everything, the mods fix this game because the developers don't know what they're doing.
No, you saw. I still love that Notch came along and said, "I think I should keep working on this or make a Minecraft too." Basically, it would be, and he goes, "Of course, it would be a spiritual successor." What he said. Not an actual Minecraft 2, but it would be a
Yeah, and then you
successor.
got retards in the comments. Oh, Minecraft is patented copyright. You can't actually do
He
that.
wouldn't call it that, just like there's
Exactly.
Hytale. He was being like clever in his wording. Like he
Yeah.
can't call it Minecraft 2, but it would be his Minecraft 2. And it's like in my brain, I'm just thinking, what the hell is Mojang doing? Like, yeah, there should have been a part 2 by now. Instead of just constantly adding shit to this. But I don't think they're creative enough or talented enough to come up with a new idea for something that can, that can function on its own as a sequel that they can't just turn around and make mods to transform the original to be like part 2. Like, I don't think they're capable of that. I don't think that they're smart enough for that.
They're not capable of it, I don't think.
I really don't think so because
They also don't want to kill their golden goose. If they make a part 2 to this game and it fails, and it takes away sales and microtransactions from this game, that's also a big loss.
Well, not when you say this game, you mean the Bedrock version.
The Bedrock, because there's a lot of microtransactions. And that's why they're abandoning Java, too, because once you buy Java, they can't make any money off you, whereas in Bedrock, they can continuously make money off you.
Well, yeah, that's why they're, like I told you the other day, they're literally making it to where mods are not available for Java, and they're making it to where they pay the people that make those mods so that those mods end up. You know what? I got an idea.
on Bedrock.
I got an idea.
But yeah, it's been way past time for a new Minecraft type game.
Yeah. I really, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't feel that other game is it. What game was that?
Bitch story.
Yeah, Vintage Story isn't it. It's a neat game, and it feels a bit Minecraft-y. I'm gonna plug this shit. I'm not gonna destroy the water source, just plug it. That's what I do with water sources and lava and everything. I just, I, I put a thing over it. See, look at they're coming down.
Oh,
So my idea is probably gonna work. I'm just gonna make it to where they can come
they can
down.
get to the rest of the village.
Damn it, I'm trying to float the fuck around here and do this shit. Oh yeah, that water was coming down because of the other water. But anyhow, so let's see. What am I doing? I could come out either over here or maybe over and then down to that village.
Yeah, you can go to the back. Yeah, down to that church part.
But like, I'm thinking, hang on. See, I'm torn between playing this like an actual game and then just using it as a creative toy box just to build shit. I'm torn. And I think that was the other thing I've noticed about the developers. Like lately, they've been ramping up to make it more like a game because they're talking about doing stuff to the combat again and everything and all this other stuff. Which I honestly, you want to know the truth? I think it's a response to shit like vintage or not vintage. Well, yeah, vintage story and Hytale. It's a response
They,
to
they feel
that.
like they got you. They got a flame lit under their ass because other games are coming out
Yeah,
or have been
yeah.
out.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, yeah, we got to do something. We're about to lose players. We have to get off our ass. And because of how long it takes to make each update, that's why now they're doing the updates the way they're doing them to where they're smaller, more often updates rather than huge ones that take forever and might not get made quick enough, you know what I mean?
That's what happened with Valheim. I remember when Valheim first came out, it was a really big deal, and then Minecraft basically shifted to the high gear and put a bunch of updates out at that time.
Oh, you're saying you think that Valheim affected Minecraft?
Yeah, Valheim when it first came out was like a huge deal. That was around what 2019, 2018 or so.
They feel like different games to me, though. Honestly, they don't feel
They
the
are,
same.
but like it's still like the survival, like crafting, build
Yeah.
a house, fight monsters. It's the same type of thing.
I feel. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like they decided, um, this stuff is coming up, pulling players away. We got to do something.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go back behind this after I get done and put actual steps on it to where you can walk up and down it.
But I've been playing Minecraft since 2011. So
You've
when you
been
play a game for that long, it comes to a point where you're just like, this game is kind of getting old for me, man.
well.
Like, I've played this game too long.
My problem for this game is because there's games I can play over and over again. This is one of those that it's harder for me. I get bored so easily. And I think part of the problem for me is the updates they didn't come out the way I expected them to come out. They didn't come to be the way I expected them to come to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
They're
it's
not
like,
substantial enough or they don't have stuff you actually want in them.
well, yeah, like I didn't have control over the kind of updates they were doing. So like when I was, because I started at 1.14, and when they started talking about the Caves and Cliffs update, I thought they were going to stick with the seed generation because that's what they were doing at first. They were sticking with the seed generation and just adding in the taller the depth. They were adding in the world depth and everything, world height and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
and they were just trying to mash it together. And they were just like, this doesn't work. We have to basically rewrite it all. And that's what they did. They rewrote it all. I'm
And
thinking,
I think it came out bad, I think.
Yeah, like it strayed too far. I feel like a lot of the updates. That's why you have like people who've been playing since the beta. That's why they make mods like better than beta and all this other shit.
I loved beta. Beta World Generation was so fun.
And I didn't start with beta, so when I go back to try and play beta, I don't really like it. It's not what I started with. And
Very limited blocks too. There's like hardly any block variation.
here's what I was gonna say, and here's where I think they messed up. This was the mess up. They didn't leave it as an option. How do you want your world generation? If there was a tab that you could go in and click, I want beta world generation. Like I want the height and everything, like custom world generation options is what they should have done, and they didn't do it. Instead, they forced you. They forced shit on you.
They
And that
force you to use this. Yeah.
yeah, so it's like we don't care if you like this generation we came up with. This is what you're using. I feel like
You're not the first person I've heard say that either about like being able to pick. Like I want this type of generation. I want this type of generation. Like different ones.
you can do that in Vintage Story, and that's why I was saying it feels like they were thinking ahead. Whereas Minecraft, they're still not thinking. I don't feel. I'm sorry. It feels what I was going to say earlier is it feels like Mojang is is becoming more focused on like DEI shit than their product. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Like the whole music made by that girl. I don't think they brought her in because the music was particularly great or anything. I think they brought her in because she's trans. She can make music, but she's also trans.
You notice how all this happened to after Microsoft bought them out?
Yeah, but it was slow over time. Like a lot of that
It
was
was, but this is a Microsoft thing, dude. Microsoft as a company does this kind of stupid shit. They did this with Activision when they bought them. They
get
did
out
this
of
with
my
all the other
face,
companies.
dude. Fuck off. Get out of my face.
I wish Microsoft never bought Mojang, and I wish Notch never left Mojang either.
I think he feels that way himself. Actually, you know what?
I think he regrets selling it. Like obviously having the money is nice, but he's been depressed before. He said many times the money didn't really make his life any better.
Yeah, being creative gave him fulfillment.
Exactly.
Being working on Minecraft probably gave him fulfillment. I mean, that's how I am. There's a level of fulfillment to Jesus Christ.
Purpose.
Yeah, purpose. Yeah, that's the word. Purpose. I
You get
feel.
up every day in the morning. You're like, I'm gonna, work on something that a lot of people enjoy, and I get enjoyment out of myself. You know.
Damn it. Yeah, I'm adding in steps now. I don't want to have to bounce up this thing. Oh shit, my ass. That's fine. It's fine. I want you to lick my ass while I'm farting. I can't stop saying that. And even Rich was like, there's songs he makes, and he makes them as a joke. He doesn't think they're going to be as big as they are. And he's like, I should have made money on that. I'm trying to remember what songs exactly he was talking about.
Suck your nipple.
It wasn't
Suck your
that one.
nipple.
It was
Oh, the
no.
exposed song.
Yeah, exposed became kind of a
Exposed.
lot of people are
Exposed.
using it, and he's like, "Why didn't I profit from that? Why didn't I?" Damn it!
It's a simple song, but you could use it in any situation.
You keep walking in front of me or bumping me and
I'm
throwing me
sorry.
off. Yeah, I don't want to have to jump up these. I hate doing that. Or I just run up these. I think it'll make it easier on the villagers too. I'm always doing this, trying to fix things for the villagers when the world generation kind of borks everything. I'm like, oh, wait, hang on, let me fix it for you guys. Because I know your AI is stupid, and I know you're not capable of much. I will fix this for you, don't worry. Damn it. But yeah, even now is, there's stuff I'm surprised they haven't added to this yet. I've seen mods at it. Like roof tiles. It's like, why aren't there roof tiles? There's no reason those shouldn't be there. Why do we have to use weird workarounds like steps to look like a roof? That's stupid. And the modders will come in and do it.
I think this game has the biggest modding scene out of any game. I think.
It does. Well, they're trying to get Vintage Story to have a pretty bit. I'm surprised you're not off building something. What are you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I don't know. I kind of lost interest. There's nothing I really want to build in creative.
really. Well, you can do something else if you're bored. I don't know what to do. Yeah, everything got ruined. All because I had to try and fix shit. Yeah, I don't know what else to play. My brain is kind of meh. When we started, I was like, this would be fun. We'll go back to doing this. And then it was like, nah. Yeah, I feel like creative sucks the fun out of it to me personally.
It does. I don't understand people who are like, I only play Minecraft in creative. I'm like, that sounds boring as fuck. Like, I get bored after 2 minutes in creative. It's like, oh, okay, what do I want to do? The fun of Minecraft is like building stuff and having to gather the materials and spending time. Like building something really nice, but putting the time in to do it.
Yeah,
That's the fun part.
we got set back really bad
Yeah.
by my incompetence.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens. I understand you gotta fix it because the mods are borked.
Yeah, everything was borked. I don't know. I don't know now. Well, you don't have to play in creative. All you gotta do is hit the thing, take it out of creative, and just play how you want. But like you said, your motivation's kind of shot.
Yeah, it's not the same. Like my area to build my house is not the same. I gotta, spend time getting back up and down the mountain again. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do then. I don't know what to say. Aiden left. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's enough Minecraft for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. So
Mm-mm-mm.
here, our prime minister resigned today.
That was
Quit.
like, wow. Why did he resign? What happened?
He should have resigned years ago. It's been a long time coming.
Isn't there like concern though that the other guy's gonna be too far in another direction? You know what I mean?
Well, it depends on what part of like the political spectrum you see it.
Yeah, I'm
But
saying I'd just be worried. Like I feel like he was too far left,
yeah, he was.
but you don't want something too far right because then they start taking away, trying to take away shit like their free healthcare system and everything.
Well, there's rumors he's gonna try to do that, or he's gonna try to take away other public systems.
Don't know why. Why would you take away stuff like that? I don't know. I don't get that. I mean,
Here's what they do: they say, okay, Justin Trudeau screwed over the country, and in order to save money, we got to remove funding for education, we got to remove funding for healthcare, we got to remove funding for public roads, and it's just like, okay, now we're going too far right. It's like there's never a balance.
that's how it is here in the US. Everybody votes extreme one way or the other. You can have a guy come out who's like, if I ran for president, I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm somewhere closer to the middle here. Yes, I agree with women being able to have their abortions and take care of their own bodies and everything, but no, I don't agree with people just walking into the country. Sorry.
Yeah, like that's common sense in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
Like
like,
it's crazy how so many people lack the common sense for those kind of things.
yeah, it's just like, I'm not saying they can't be here. I'm saying that we got to stop letting them just waltz in.
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't,
not sustainable.
it's, well, it's not just that it's not sustainable. You don't know who you're getting. There's no vetting,
That's true. That's true.
you know? And I'm not saying, and it's naive to think that everybody who tries to come here is coming here for altruistic reasons. Like a lot of people, like good reasons, what I mean is like they're, noble reasons. There we go. We'll say noble. It's not like everybody who comes into these, or hell, people that come into your country aren't always coming there for noble reasons.
A
You
lot of
know?
Indians.
There's a lot of Indian. Oh yeah, yeah, the Indian. Yeah. Every time I think Indian, I think Native American. But yeah, no, yeah, Indians.
Indians are. I know you guys.
I love how
The West
green.
gets
I love how green and clean it is here, and I want to take it for myself.
Madar Magar.
I come here, I get education. I don't want to leave. It's so beautiful here. You came here on a fucking visa. You came here to learn. You've learned. Get the fuck out.
And they all drive BMWs and they live like kings, while actual Canadians are on the street.
Yeah, see, and that's what people hate here. It's like people are struggling to find work and they don't know who to blame. But I'm sorry to say, I don't blame the foreigners who come in. Do you know who I fucking blame? The
The
corporate.
government for letting them come in here.
No, I don't blame them either. I blame corporations for not paying enough for people. I
Well,
blame
that
the
too, yeah.
I blame the government for not taxing wealthy people enough like they should. That's who I blame. I don't blame people looking for a better life, even though I don't think they should just walk in. I also don't think that it's their fault that some of the
Yeah,
things are happening that are happening. There's not enough fucking work because we're switching to more automation. We're that's what AI is. It's another form of automation to get rid of people.
that's gonna kill so many jobs.
See,
AI
and
is, and Microsoft just put $80 billion into developing AI. I don't know if you saw that a news article.
yeah,
$80 billion in developing AI, and I'm like, dude, this is gonna kill so many jobs.
yeah. So what I'm trying to understand is, do these wealthy fuckers not understand how this affects everyone in the long run? And I mean everyone in the long run. Because if people aren't making money and the money's not circulating in our economy, and this goes for any country, it doesn't matter what country, it doesn't matter if it's the US, Canada, or wherever. If that money's not getting out to the regular Joes who spend it, then it fucks everything up. And then over time, it will affect the wealthy. Eventually, the money, because every time we have like, oh, what is it called? God, a depression or whatnot,
A recession.
recession and depression and everything like that, shit like that. It affects the value of the dollar, and it makes the value not worth the same. So whenever they pull shit like this and it fucks everybody over in the long run, over time, it makes the value of their own wealth not worth as much.
Yeah.
And nothing, this country doesn't run very no, hell any country, it doesn't matter if it's just here or Canada or any European countries or wherever, it doesn't fucking matter. If all the money's just being hoarded up by a few people, it's not being spent and they're not hiring people and they're not doing any of that stuff, then it just brings everything to a fucking halt. It just screws everything over. That's I, and the question is, what do we do? What is the solution? Well, the solution was taxation. That's how the US used to handle it. That's why we tax the hell out of the wealthy. It's like, you're not paying, right? You're not hiring them for jobs and whatnot. You're gathering up all this money. We have things that need taken care of in this country, so we will tax you. All that excess money that you have that you're not possibly ever going to fucking use, we're going to tax it from you and use it to hire people to do things like construction, road work, and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And that was the solution. But then these greedy motherfuckers over time, like the fucking old robber barons and everything over time, and modern, I want to say modern robber barons, like modern fucking corporations and shit. What they're doing is they're sticking themselves into government. That's why we say we gotta get money out of politics. They're sticking their money in there and they're dictating policy, right? And because they're dictating policy, they're able to put everything in their favor, shift everything into their favor. And when they do that, we end up with not no them not being taxed. That's one of the things they do. They are desperate, and they will, for some reason, and I don't understand the logic with this either. It's like they want like some like a social destruction of everything. Like, why do you
Yeah,
want
I
to?
don't understand why.
Why do you want to rush us towards hell? Why do you want to rush us towards damnation? Why? What do you think is going to be the ultimate goal in that? What do they think the ultimate goal in that is? Are they envisioning some sort of type of future that is beneficial to them if everyone is either like poor other than them or dead and the country's falling apart? Is it some kind of reset they're hoping for? I think here's what I think it is. I think it's pushing everything back, screwing everything up to the point that they can get away with slavery. And I don't mean racial slavery. I mean
You mean
everybody
wage slavery?
way
No
just
working.
just getting whatever they want, whatever they can get out of people without giving them much of anything. It all goes back to that one word, greed. So the solution, I feel like, is it's here's why it's hard to reach the solutions that would fix things, because we are being made to fight against each other. We are constantly pitted against each other over issues and shit. We're constantly fighting over stupid shit. And who's the ones that are, the hand that is doing this? Like there's a hand reaching in and pushing people into these arguments and fights over stupid shit that doesn't fucking matter, like their religion and what people do with their own bodies. You see what I'm
Right
saying?
versus left, and team blue versus team red, and shit.
All this shit is what it is as long as we're butting heads against each other, boom, 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 and fighting over stupid shit, we're too busy fighting each other to see who the real enemy is and to see who we should be going after. If we all stopped fighting over stupid shit and united against them, they would be fucked. Because people would start actually being educated. They love a poorly fucking, what was his name? George Carlin. He's right about this shit. They love the poorly educated. Because if we were more educated about shit and we realized who's fucking us over and what they're doing to us, we would vote better. We don't vote better. Somebody would show up. Like if I were to run, I would show up. I would say everything that makes sense. It wouldn't be my decision making wouldn't run on emotional shit. It would run on logic, and I would try to get people to see that, and it could be disastrous for them. It benefits them for us to fight each other. For us to fight each other, yeah. It benefits them that we fight each other. It benefits them that people fight over skin color and all this other shit. I don't know if people will ever see what's going on. It's too late. I feel like.
But I feel like it's so obvious. So like people are so brainwashed into fighting like such stupid topics. Like they're so dedicated. Like I hate the Republicans. I hate the Democrats. Like dude, shut the fuck up and realize what the actual problem is. It's not about Democrats versus Republicans. Like it's way more than that.
Here in
But people
Texas,
don't realize it.
here in Texas, a lot of people have been brainwashed into thinking they could somehow be a millionaire one day or a billionaire one day. No, they fucking ain't happening. That ain't happening. It's not happening. And the ones that usually do end up somehow making money and whatnot and doing well, they were born with like some genetic shit that makes them extremely intelligent. Those
Well,
are
they're
the,
also ruthless assholes. Like they don't care who they burn bridges with. They
yeah.
don't care who they
So
have to fuck with to get there.
like Elon Musk is a good fucking example of this shit. He somehow came into some wealth.
His parents apparently were rich,
Apparently, yeah, his parents came into
so that
wealth.
helps.
He got all the money. He started making investments and everything. And it's like somebody the other day said, he's not that smart. He doesn't know all the shit. He just had money to hire the right people that knew shit.
Exactly. He doesn't know how to build a fucking rocket booster.
He does.
People are like, "Oh, Elon Musk is so smart. He's putting us to Mars."
He
He's not
said,
putting us to Mars. He's putting people in place to do that.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think there's an ulterior motive to going to Mars, and he will not outrightly say it. It's you
He's
know
gonna
how
monetize it.
it's well. What I was gonna say is, you know how it says that his somebody in his family was like they owned a diamond mine or some shit.
His father, yeah.
I think he wants to mine Mars. That's his bleh. You know what I'm saying? That's his motive. That's the one
Yeah, yeah.
he's not being blatant about it. He's not telling people about it. But that's his motive. That's why he wants to go to Mars so goddamn badly. It's not because it's not noble. It's not because he thinks we should be, we would survive better going to other planets. That's not why. He knows there's precious stones up there. There's all kinds of shit that we could find that would be valuable. That's why he wants to go to Mars so goddamn bad. He
Yeah, he's
does.
gonna pass it on to his family. The business will get passed on to his children, and his children will do the same thing, and continues.
Yeah, it's like I don't think we will ever get to a point. We could if we would stop worrying about stupid shit. Our species could one day be, and I know this is kind of silly, we could be actually in space. We could have already figured out a lot of shit, but it's hard to when money plays a role, I feel like.
Humans are just greedy, man. Like human nature is so animalistic. People are like, "Oh, we're above animals," but really, like
No, we're
We're
not.
so animalistic in nature. It's crazy.
We are not above animals at all. Um, but like, I mean, I don't really know for sure, but I feel like, if it wasn't for how our society is and everything, we could have already been off in space. It could have been like Star Trek. We could have already been doing better. I feel
If we
like,
just focus all of our resources and all of our brain power to do it, yeah.
but I feel like, here's what I feel one of the things that holds us back, and it's kind of funny me saying it considering that I'm a Christian, is religion holds us back.
Yeah, it's kind of a duality there. Yeah.
And and it's hard for people to listen to, but it's like, yeah, I'm a Christian. I fucking know better. I'm also a human being, so it's like I can't force anybody. Hell, it's in the Bible. You come to the Lord of your own will. You can't force this shit, but they try to force it fucking constantly. And they force their views down people's throats. Do you know why people on the right hate people on the left so goddamn much? Because people on the left are doing exactly what they've been doing with their religion for years, forcing it down people's fucking throats. They're doing the same shit. People on the far left, shit like these are my pronouns. They're shoving it down people's throats, just like Christianity has sat there for years and
That's true, actually. That is true.
shoved it down everybody else's fucking throats. It's basically a page out of the same playbook, and so now that's why there's even more clashing now. I feel
It's,
like
it's just funny how they fight each other, but they're literally the same.
yeah,
They have different like viewpoints on things, but the way they go about it is the exact same.
yeah, it's two sides of the same fucking coin.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
fucking nuts. And I don't think it. It's sad we have discussions like this and I'm streaming it and nobody will see it. Nobody will watch it, give it a chance. But if Rich was to have these kind of discussions, more people would hear it.
Oh yeah,
But
his chat would chime in, and then he would answer the chat, and it's just a conversation.
it's ugh. If I was sitting here with Rich talking as well, I think this kind of messaging would get out more, and I think he would agree with a lot of it. But he's too busy trying to make a profit to just give people a chance to come on and discuss topics with him.
Well, yeah, we're having a real, authentic conversation right now.
Yeah, and then oh god, and then there's the whole thing. And you were right about it. I didn't even know this was a thing he was going to do. Here's why LolCal works. The LolCal podcast and
It's such a dumb name, by the way.
yeah, LolCal, yeah, and LolCal Queens because of the confrontation going on and shit over there.
It's all fake too. You know that, right?
Yeah, a lot of it's fake. So what is what
Drama.
is
Yeah.
what is this LolCal Tech Talk whatever? What is it gonna consist of? Them fighting each other, him and Jay?
No, so Jay described it last night as two upwards to three times a week. It's gonna be Jay and Rich on a podcast style show for about an hour or two, just literally just discussing tech. There's gonna be no drama, no fighting, which
See,
is weird because local is supposed to be about drama,
that's why I'm saying
but I
how's it
guess I'm
see
not sure. Yeah, but he said there's gonna be no drama. It's just tech talk apparently.
I see, and that's the issue I'm trying to point out. LolCal inherently is a bunch of drama and back and forth, even if it's fake. That's what it is. It's people fighting over and shit and being terrible and being stupid, and that's what's appealing to people. That's what brings in the views. And hell, fucking Keemstar knows this shit.
Keemstar's a master at
Yeah,
manipulation.
he knows this shit, and I don't.
He knows this like crazy. Yeah.
So then my thing is to Rich and Jay is why even use the word lolcow except as a hook to bring people in if it's not really a lolcow show. It's not. I can guarantee you it's not a lolcow show. They were just trying to find a gimmick. They were trying to find a hook, even if it's just in like the title of their little show. Like
And the funny thing is, Jay, like 2 months ago, was literally insulting people who watch Local. He's like, anybody who watches that is like low intelligence. It's a pile of crap. And then literally 2 months later, not only is Jay back to being buddy with Rich again, who he said he hated, never wanted to work with ever again. Now he has a Local show, which he said people who watch it are low IQ. It's like, they will do anything for a buck, dude. They're so... It just bothers me how they will do anything for money.
I don't blame them for trying to make money. I just feel like they could be less bleh about it. Like I feel like they could do it better,
And not go
less
back on their word every time.
yeah, less disingenuous. Like
Yeah.
drop the lolcow shit. Don't call it lolcow anything. There's not going to be anything lolcow about it. There's not. It's just them having discussions. Honestly, you know what this sounds like? What they're trying to do? What they were going to do before. Remember how they were going
Yeah.
to
Rich said that. He's like, if you were a fan of my my previous channel, like his RTU channel. He's like,
Well,
you're gonna like this channel, so come by and subscribe. I'm like, you could have just kept your channel, dude. Like,
well, yeah, but remember before he got rid of the channel, before him and Jay fell apart, they were literally doing a panel. They kept calling it, which by the way, a panel consists usually of more than two people.
it's
Usually,
usually 3 or 4 people. Yeah.
yeah, it's usually three or four people. So I hope they're planning on having guest hosts or something. But that's what this is. This is just a rebranding of that.
Yeah.
That's what that is. It's a rebranding of the whole panel thing that they were going to do, where they talked about like the Switch successor that could be announced anytime this year.
Any day now.
I don't know. Well, here's the thing: the original Switch, they had a trailer out before the big presentation was out in January. It was the 12th when the original
Hmm.
Switch launched. January 12th, 2017 is when they had like this small reveal with the trailer with that kid that looked like Kid and Play from House Party with the flat top, the really tall flat top,
Yeah.
playing with his buds.
Wait, so the trailer came out before the full reveal
Yeah, yeah, there was a little
for Switch One?
trailer. If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong, but yeah, I might be wrong though. I've been wrong. See, that's the difference between me and Rich. I will sit here and go, I might be wrong. I could very well be wrong. Actually, no, I think he's done that before.
No, he does that.
Yeah, he
He's
does.
like,
Yeah,
take this with a massive grain of salt.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, or but like I have no issue saying I could be wrong. I have no issue with that.
Yeah, you got no ego, which is
I
good. Like, I could care less if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I think I'm comparing the wrong person. I said Rich, but I meant DSP.
Oh,
I should have said DSP. DSP. He can't say that. He can never say, "Well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong." He will never say that. He will
he
never.
gets offended. He gets super offended.
Yeah, like if people prove him wrong, he loses his shit. So,
Mods, ban him.
oh my
Throw
god.
him out the room.
Oh my god. He's so dumb.
Ban anybody criticizing my gameplay.
There's a guy named Queso, and if people make jokes, he'll say ban them, but he doesn't mean it. He doesn't actually ban them. It's a joke.
Oh, it's a joke.
Yeah, Queso, if you ever watched him, you know how somebody will joke about his weight or some shit like that? He goes, ban him! But no one's
He's just
actually,
joking.
he's
Like,
joking.
everybody knows he's joking.
So, yeah, so nobody's getting banned on his show. I
Is
thought
that
he
his
was,
case, though? The one with the big beard and he's chubby?
yeah, he's got like
Yeah, I've seen him. He won
orange.
a streamer of the year.
Yeah, well, he's hilarious. He actually genuinely is hilarious. He's actually, I tried watching, he's actually hilarious.
What
Him,
does he stream? Like, what kind of streams does he do?
mostly gaming, yeah. Play a game and he'll play a game
Like
with
modern
folks.
games?
Anything indie shit, just whatever. Like he was playing hell, he played Minecraft at one point. And it was as hilarious as you think it would be. But yeah, I don't know. I wanted to bring him up because he feels like the opposite of like who's that other guy who was always talk about him.
Oh, Wings.
Wings, yeah. But Wings literally wants people banned whenever they piss him off.
He wants everybody banned.
It's not a joke like it is with Queso. Like Queso will be like he'll scream it out as a joke. It's like ban him, but nobody actually gets banned. I went to one of his streams while Queso was playing, and somebody said something. I can't remember what the fuck it was. I just remember him sitting there reading it and just screaming out, "Ban them!" But they were still there. They weren't banned. It was like, oh, okay. I was like, but what I was saying is, I wish Wings could be more like that. Wings would probably do a lot better if he was more like that. Just kind of be in on the joke. But him and DSP are kind of similar in that mindset, in that everyone's attacking them, right? He can't just let it go. It's like who fucking cares what they say? To be fair, it's like the pot calling the kettle black because I have that issue sometimes. There's just some shit I can't fucking put up with. But then there's other times, like the other night I was streaming and somebody started. I can't remember what they came in and were talking shit about, but I was just like, I kind of glanced over and I shook my head. I didn't fucking care. It's like, whatever. You go ahead and say what you're going to say. I don't care. But then there's like certain types, like different types of trolls. Like there's shit that they'll say that'll just kind of really fucking piss me off, and it's usually the political shit. It's the ones coming in just being like, because all they think I'm a lib. Number one, I'm not a lib, and they're just here to try and own a lib like it's this
Yeah.
new thing to do. They think I'm a lib and they're here to own the lib. Bitch, I ain't no fucking lib. I'm a moderate, you dumb fuck. And if anything, I lean more right.
And
But
they
they
think if you say you're a moderate, they still think you're left. They think the word moderate means you're like a leftist.
both of them think that. Both people on the left and the right think that. If you
Yeah.
say you're a moderate, they think you're the opposite. So if you say to somebody on the right that you're a moderate, they think you're on the left. If you tell somebody on the left that you're a moderate, they think you're on the right. There is no fucking winning because they think you have to be full on one way or the other. They are so goddamn brainwashed that they can't look at things more critically and actually, you know,
Have their own opinion on things.
analyze shit more. Like
Yeah.
I did a whole thing about Trump, and I know I don't want him in office. I'm not saying I don't want a Republican office. I just didn't want him in office. I think he's terrible, but they think I'm a liberal for that. You can be on the right and say you fucking hate Trump. There's plenty of people on the right who can't stand Trump's ass. All right? It doesn't matter what side you're on. You can think somebody's a piece of shit. You don't have to just kiss somebody's ass because they're on a certain side of the political spectrum. Doesn't I don't care that he's on the left. He's a piece of shit. I don't care if he's on the right either. If he was on the left, I would still not want him in there because he's just terrible.
People just don't understand that concept. It's crazy to be, dude. It's crazy.
Well, they automatically say, "Oh, you don't like Trump? You're a lib," and we have to own the lib. It's like, fuck off, because they get so insufferable. But I was just saying, those are the ones that I want to ban, that I do tend to ban. Ban. I
And
ban
see,
them.
this is why I personally don't even engage in politics anymore. Because you can't win. No matter what you do or what you say, you can't win or get it across to people. It's just there's no point. I give up.
I feel, well, that's why I'm going to make another channel at some point that focuses on it. And I still don't know if I'm going to show my face on that channel or not.
I wouldn't, because then people are gonna like, oh, you're this, you're that. You can't speak on. Like, they'll just use your appearance to mock you and discredit what you have to say.
I thought about being a VTuber political channel. I could do that.
I would say that's a good idea.
And if I can disguise my voice.
Not even the voice. The voice is fine. I think if you could just use a VTuber graphic or like a figure, it'd probably be fine.
Yeah. I don't know what I would use. Yeah, it costs money. It costs buku cash to get
I
a.
heard it costs a lot of money apparently.
Yeah, it's like a few $1,000s to get a good model.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane to me. There's ways to make your own model, but the model I have in mind wouldn't work. Not with the like options that are available to me.
You said you wanted to use like a masculine like Duke Nukem type character, right?
Well, maybe not Duke Nukem, but yeah, I wanted somebody kind of masculine looking. Like every male VTuber out there, if you go looking, they always look kind of girly.
Yeah, with big titties.
No, not always tits, but they just look
No?
girly. Look up booby
How
with
do you
a
spell that?
B. Let's see, Bubi. I think it is
BUB.
Bubi. I do believe
Oh,
that.
I see what you mean. He's got like that goth, feminine kind of look to him.
Yeah, he looks like a woman without tits to me.
Yeah,
He doesn't. His jawline and everything just looks fucking feminine as fuck.
yeah. He's got no jawline whatsoever. His face is like,
He's got a
yeah,
girl's jawline, is what I'm trying to say. Like a man's jaw is kind of more wide and doesn't come to as much of a point. As
yeah.
far as like anime goes, like look, I'll show you like anime characters that are like masculine.
BUB.
Um,
What about Guts? What's his name? The guy from Guts.
probably said that wrong. Yeah, more or less, but like here, let me show you a masculine one. Like, oh crap, I need a bigger image than that. Where that? Well, you can look on my stream and see what I'm talking about. Uh, I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, the big mustache.
Yeah, look at like the jawline and everything. See,
That's a man
yeah,
right there.
that's like a masculine anime look. Like, and there's more characters with kind of like that look with the jawline and everything. Like, they don't look like super feminine or anything. Trying to.
And you don't see very many VTubers that do that.
No, you don't. It's like even the dudes look like girls. It's like, why are you doing this? It reminds me of Castlevania. You know how the first one on the Game Boy Advance, I think it was no, it wasn't the first one. It was the third one, the Area of Sorrow. Yeah, and it was still being done by that artist that has like that fancy art, and everybody was like, why does that character why does he look like a girl? Like he was very feminine in the face and everything. That's partly why they switched over to anime for Dawn of Sorrow. He just looked
Yeah.
less like a woman. I'm trying to find other images, but like that's the only example I got off. Just like,
Is there an anime for Castlevania? Like a show that was made off of it?
yeah, God, it's on Netflix. The first series is okay. It's not bad, but then they made a new
Yeah.
series that revolves around Richter, and it is woke as woke can be, and not in a good way.
Really?
They did some DEI shit going on there.
It ruined it.
Yeah, there's a character named Annette, and basically it's Richter's girlfriend, and that's in Rondo of Blood. I think she's like blonde or something. She's a blonde white woman, right? But they made her a black like character who was a slave and all this other shit. They incorporated shit about slavery and shit. And it makes me roll my eyes. And the only reason it bugs me, like if this was an original anime and not based on Castlevania, I wouldn't give a fuck. But when you base shit off of like,
Pre-established material.
yeah, you need to keep as close to the source material as possible. And I have a theory as to why they made her black. Because if she is still Richter's girlfriend and they still get together and have a kid, what do you think that kid's going to be? A black
Mm.
Belmont. That
And
is,
that's they're setting it up. They're setting it up for that.
it's a ploy. And I'm like, nah. Nah, I'm
I'm
not
out.
I'm not against black characters or anything like that, but it's just that's not true to the source material. None of that
Yeah.
shit exists in the games or anything. I know it's an adaptation, but God, don't do that. If you desperately want these black characters so bad, come up with something original. You could easily come up with something fucking original. Hell, I was going to make a Castlevania at one point with a black hero, but he wasn't a Belmont. He was more original. He had a backstory completely different. But they can't be bothered to fucking do that shit. They hijack everything and they force diversity. Like, that's my issue is forced diversity. You're
Yeah,
forcing
it's
this
not. It
shit
doesn't come natural at all.
at all. Like a natural would be with creativity. You need to be creative. They are not creative. That's the problem. And that's why I hate DEI so much, is because they're coming in without the creativity. They're hiring people just to have them as like a quota. It's a woke quota. It's like, how many black people and ethnic people can we hire regardless of their talents and skills? It's like that. If you're hiring somebody just because they're black, that's as bad as not hiring them just because they're black. It's still racist. It's still racist as fuck. You want to hire people based on their talent and skill, and if they happen to be black, great. All the better. Fine, whatever. But that's where my problems lie. It's not that they are black, it's that you're only hiring them because they're black. You end up with a lot of people that aren't they're not skilled. They're there because their views match with some overarching viewpoint that people have on certain politics. That's it. That's the only reason they're there. God damn. Those are some those are some
Woo!
those are some
Those
those
are some beautiful, beautiful balloons.
are I know. Oh my god. You know who she looks like to me?
Ooh,
A female Colonel Clank.
I don't know who that is.
Hogan's Heroes?
Don't know what that is either.
You don't know what Hogan's Heroes is? It was a comedy about a group of soldiers who were in Nazi territory being held captive by the Nazi army. And Colonel Clank is this Basically the same kind of outfit, more or less, but less sexy. It has a little monocle right here and everything, and a similar hat and everything. Let me find him. Hogan's Heroes. Hogan's Heroes. Uh, Colonel. I hate how that's spelled.
Konnichiwa.
Clunk, clunk. Uh,
Werner Klemperer.
here we go. Me. Where are the fucking images of this guy? There he is. Colonel Clunk.
Ah,
You see the similarities that I'm making.
yeah.
Like, here he is with the hat and everything. You see the comparison? He looks like a sexy female Colonel Clink, not Clank. I was spelling it wrong, but yeah, Clink. Looks like female sexy Colonel Clink from Hogan's Heroes. It's an old sitcom from back in the day. It was a pretty good sitcom, honestly. It still gets ran in syndication on certain channels here in the U.S. anyways. It's a funny show. These are some of the other actors. But yeah, it was a good show. I used to watch it growing up. It's funny. That's all I care. If it's still funny. But yeah, that character looks like that. Gazongas. Capcom's Resident Evil 4 remake is now by far the series' fastest selling game as it clears a new sales milestone. I I honestly, even the remake, even the original, I didn't care for part 4. Part 4
Never
is
played the original myself.
part 4 is like my least favorite in the series because they shifted away from zombies and shit and shifted over to people who have like these parasites in them and tentacle monsters from the heads and upper body and shit. And it just, to me, it wasn't as scary. It was more frustrating than anything. What is going on here? Sony CE. Oh, yeah, CES is this month. CES.
Is that a Sony show? Like a Sony?
No. Sony's just at CES.
Oh, okay.
CES
Like
is
a Sony.
the Consumer Electronics Show.
Oh.
It's been around for a long time. In
So it's
fact,
less like gaming focused and more just like general tech.
yeah. Well, that's the funny part is E3 used to be part of CES, and then E3 broke off and became its own thing, and now it's completely gone. It's kind of
So many
sad.
good things. So many good things have just died out. Like E3 was pretty fun, especially back in the day.
But yeah, booth babes and everything.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that was the
that wouldn't
big.
happen nowadays.
That was the beginning of the end. The booth babes, they got rid of booth babes, and that was the beginning of the end. Then COVID hit, and then that was it. It's gone. It's dead.
Yeah, COVID was the death nail.
Yeah, it's gone. It's not coming back at all. The hell is this? Is this at CES?
Oh yeah, Nvidia has got a thing going on right now.
Yeah.
The new GPUs are announced.
Pricing for the new NVIDIA GeForce 5000 family just announced. The 5000 family. God damn, look at the price tags on these.
The cheapest one is almost 600.
Yeah, 545.
Fuck that.
Fuck
For the
off.
budget model. That's supposed to be a budget model.
That ain't, well, you know why that's their budget, right? AMD announced that they were not competing anymore. Like GPU wise.
Really?
Yeah, but here's why. I know why. It's because they want to switch away from CPU only and switch over to APUs, which basically means you wouldn't buy a graphics card anymore. It would be part of the chip. You know how a lot of motherboards already have like the hookups for your graphics cards and everything on the
Yeah.
back?
Like
Or
HDMI port and all that.
all that stuff? Yeah. So basically, an APU would have a lot of the tech needed for the graphics and everything with the CPU on it. It's like
Yeah,
together.
goof, I know what an APU is, don't worry.
Okay, yeah, it's a GPU.
I actually have an APU.
It's the GPU and the CPU. They're together.
Yeah,
They
the one chip, yeah.
they
It's
got
just on a chip.
they a GPU and a CPU. They banged uglies and they had a kid called an APU.
Basically what this like thing like Steam Deck uses one.
Yeah, yeah. But like for desktops, it's like that's where they're shifting.
Yeah.
They're shifting gears to desktops having the same thing, and that's why AMD's just like nah.
Apparently Intel has been doing really well with GPUs recently. Surprisingly.
That was kind of out of left field. I was like,
They just
what?
came out with a new one like a month ago. And it's apparently selling really well.
The question is how well is it working with established software and whatnot?
Yeah, drivers could be an issue.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Like I don't know. And it's here's my thing. I don't even. It's funny. Right now, all I have is the drivers. I don't have the software for my graphics card installed. I
Oh, so
didn't.
you can install the driver without the software?
Yeah,
I did not know
but
that.
there are things you can't access. Like if your software like Pixel Game Maker when I use it, I cannot set up VSync in my test games. When I'm testing a game, it doesn't have an option for VSync. You would literally have to activate it inside that software, and I don't have the install software installed. So
Is it just
whenever,
because you don't like the software?
yeah, I just don't like it. I'm just like, there's a lot of shit going on with it that I just don't like. And I've had NVIDIA graphics cards before. They still basically use the same interface for their software suite for their graphics cards and whatnot that they've always used. It's easy to find, easy to look through. And the other thing is AMD has always had issues with drivers. Like it's not the hardware. Their GPUs were fine. The hardware was perfectly acceptable, but they always had issues with their drivers, like way more than Nvidia. I could slap something into a computer and start, or well, I could slap an Nvidia card into a computer and just install the drivers, and everything would just work, even if it was an out of date driver or whatever. Things didn't give me the kind of issues that freaking AMD graphics cards have given me. They just finally fixed a bunch of stuff I was having issues with. Like they took that long. I'm like, wow. And honestly, I feel like it was better back before because AMD bought the GPU company, it was ATI, and AM.
Oh, that's right. ATI Radeons. Yeah,
Yeah, and they bought them.
that
They
was a while ago.
well, that's why my graphics card's called a Radeon. It's a Radeon 55, but it says AMD Radeon instead of ATI Radeon. But it's a Radeon. It's just yeah. But they bought them, and I feel like they did a better job when they were just ATI. I didn't have all these issues. It almost feels like when AMD bought them, it kind of screwed up things.
The
Maybe that
integration, yeah.
maybe they hired the wrong people that didn't know what they were freaking doing. I'm guessing. I don't know.
You just reminded me of ATI though. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Jeez.
Man, that's okay. I'm fixing to have to sell my
Do you still have your Starlink?
yeah, it's behind me in the box. It's packaged up and everything. I should have sold it when I had the chance. I could have got $250 back. It wouldn't have been the whole amount I paid, but I waited because my brother kept saying, I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna use it. He's just now finally got a place over there he'll be moving into eventually. And he's looking at it going, wow, $120. I could just, we got fiber out here now. He's like, I could just get like, hell, the lowest package of fiber and be good. I'm like, yeah. And so now it's like, I'm sitting here with this thing. I don't think I can sell it at all now back to the company. I should have just sold it back to them when I had the chance. Because I don't know how long I can still use that hardware. Like, if there comes a point where I have to use it, I don't know if I can use it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't even checked to see if I still have an account on the website. I haven't looked. But yeah, no, I still have my dish. It doesn't look this bad. God damn, that looks terrible. I had seen some shit. Mine doesn't look like this. Mine is actually very clean and nice and everything. I take care of shit. I
Did you
take
say you had issues with Starlink though? Like, did you have issues with it?
it wasn't the Starlink itself, it was just the fact that I've got so many trees around me that are blocking
Oh
the
yeah.
signal. It
I
didn't
remember you were trying to find a way to point it up so it wasn't obstructed.
yeah, there was like nothing I could do. The trees that are directly across the road from me are these tall ass pines, and they are just they were wreaking havoc on the signal, and there was nothing I could do about it. That's why when we finally got fiber out here, I was like, "Fuck this, fuck it, I'm done. I'm getting fiber, man. Fuck this shit."
Yeah. Before that, you were streaming off of your phone's Ether or your phone's Wi-Fi.
I was using a combination of the two. I'd try to. If you notice at one point when I had that Starlink stuff, I couldn't stream, man. It
No,
was
you couldn't. It was too. It
const-
was way too bad. Yeah.
It kept dropping over and over again.
And you're just like, fuck this, man. I just can't stream. Can't do it.
Couldn't do it. I did it with my phone, and it's funny. Back when I had shit internet and everything, I had more subscribers and viewers. Or no, I
Well, you
had.
said you had more like motivation too. You said right.
Yeah, I felt better back then. And it feels like I got all this stuff and I couldn't wait to have it and I couldn't wait to provide more, but it just doesn't feel like it mattered. I mean, look, right now I'm streaming.
I just think your channel is so down in the algorithm. It doesn't really matter what you do. Like they're not going to push it. Whereas I think you need to start a new channel from scratch,
Yeah. And that's why I was like, that's why I do want to just make a
like a political channel.
yeah, because that seems to really work, and I like to talk politics. So if I make a political channel, and I talk politics and it clicks with everybody, it'll probably do better, probably fly past this. Actually, you know what? I don't know because I'm such a fucking modern, it might not. I don't know if there's an audience from,
Yeah, maybe if you don't like, I don't know. That's the shitty thing. You need to like pick a side or
and I
grift. The
hate,
word grifter, grifter.
yeah, I don't want to grip though, god damn it. I don't want to. I don't want to grift. What do you think will be the official name of the Nintendo Switch successor? That's a good question.
Do you
I
think it'll be called Switch Two?
no. This is Nintendo we're talking about. They're not going to call it that. I genuinely,
Nintendo Switchiba.
I genuinely don't think they will, and I think the only reason that internally they keep saying Switch 2 is just to be as vague as possible, to not be as too accurate. They don't want to be accurate. If they said anything other than what people are just assuming right now, they couldn't surprise them later. I'm telling you, when they finally announce it's not going to be called Switch 2, and everything that we think we know, we don't know.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Like I think I understand Nintendo a little bit to know what's going to happen. Like I don't know. Maybe I mean maybe it'll be called. See, I wouldn't call it that. I wouldn't call it Switch Pro any either. I would go back to one of their old monikers, like Switch Advance or Super Switch or something. The Switch, the Super or Advance or something along those lines. I would not go back. Go to the new thing. That new thing is confusing. That would be just as confusing as Wii U. Remember when the new 3DS came out? I feel
Oh
like
my lord.
that kind of naming conventions just need to go. Don't do that. Don't do that. So if they make if it's anything like the current Switch, I wouldn't call it a Switch 2, but they might. They could. They very well
Keeping it
could.
simple.
But the problem, I think that's going down a rabbit hole there. You call it a Switch 2, and everybody's going to expect the next one to be numbered 2. Then it's Switch 3 and whatnot. They expect it. You don't want people to start expecting that. So that's why I don't think they will call it a Switch 2. I really don't. Because then they're stuck on that. Then they have to call every piece of hardware they make after this the Switch, whatever numbered. And I really don't think they want to go down that route. I really
You know
don't.
who has the worst naming convention is Microsoft.
Well, they're
You
the
got the
worst.
Xbox,
They are.
Xbox 360, the Xbox One, and the Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, Xbox One X, Xbox Series S. It's like holy shit.
Do you know why they went the route they went? Because they came in late into the game. They came in late in the market. And they don't want people to realize that if they numbered it exactly, if they had called it Xbox 1 and 2, it would be Xbox. I think it would be like Xbox 2 against PS3.
Yeah, and then people would like just like dumb people would assume, oh, it's lower number. It must not be as good.
Yeah, it would just be something to fight over. So they came up with weird naming conventions. And I don't think Sony was the first one to have like pro versions or what do you call them? A half
Mid-gen refresh.
a mid-gen refresh. Yeah, I think it was Microsoft that did it first, and I feel like Microsoft was doing it to try and artificially bump up how many consoles they had ever released on the market. But then Sony caught on, so
Yeah,
Microsoft is still behind as far as who released a console first between the two of them. But
I
both,
actually think that 360 was a good name. I don't know if you agree, but the 360 I thought was like a unique name.
I think it wasn't as bad as Series X and one Series and one. One was very confusing. That was very confusing. I
It
had
was supposed to be like the all-in-one entertainment system. That
That's
was
what
their
they
whole.
meant. That's what they meant, but people weren't going to understand that. I literally knew people going, "Wait, there was already an Xbox One. That was the original Xbox, right?" Right? I'm like, "No, that's not what they mean." I had to explain it to some people. That's where you're fucking up. If somebody has to explain it to somebody,
You're
you
already messing up.
you are messing up big time. That's like the Wii U. That was the Wii U's problem. You had to
The Wii U
explain
had the
that
same
shit.
problem.
You had to explain it.
I already have the Wii at home. What is this?
Yeah, and I don't. And they thought it was the controller. They thought
Yeah, or like an add-on, like the tablet add-on for
yeah.
a Wii.
They didn't think it was an actual console. They confused the
Yeah.
hell out of everybody. The naming didn't help, and I think you know what? That's why I was going to say they could have learned a lesson from that, and they will call it a Switch 2, because the Wii U should have been called the Wii 2 or the Wii HD.
I actually like the Wii U. I think it's a good console.
I like the console. I'm just saying the naming was terrible.
It was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I still have a Wii U. My problem is it's one of the black ones that has, if you unplug it for too long, you ain't playing it ever again.
Why?
There's something wrong with the chips in it. They use like a cheaper chip in it,
Jeez.
and it can be modded and fixed, but I ain't got the time or patience to mess with it. So
Yeah.
I've been leaving it plugged in as much as possible. Still works.
You have the tablet with it, like the tablet controller.
Yeah, I still have all that shit. I believed in that console.
I did too. I wanted it to do well.
I thought it was a great idea. That's the other thing. Here's what I do think is going to happen for sure. I do think that they, and you can see it, if any of the leaks are true on the hardware, they are definitely fixing to try and repeat what the Wii U could do. And that's the dual screen shit. Like they're trying to go back to dual screen. Like if there's enough power in the device, they're going to go back to dual screen games. I guarantee you. Especially if they want people to be able to play dual screen games on the Switch Online service.
But you think that would do well though? Like if it was like a thing you had to buy, like an extra thing? Like,
No, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. What I literally think is going to happen is I think they're literally going to have the dock have a wireless mode to where you can just send the other imagery and audio and whatnot wirelessly to the dock. That way you have two screens. You have your TV and the and
yeah,
this.
I got you.
So it's like the Wii U but better because it's actually mobile.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what they're probably going to do. There's so many things that point to them doing some really unique shit. There's something we don't know yet, if any of that's true, because right now there's an extra USB-C port. And everybody is so stupid. Even Arlo, that little puppet who's obsessed with fucking Nintendo, is so goddamn fucking stupid that he thinks, what is that for? What other? So it's just going to be easier to charge? He thinks it's for charging. I'm like, motherfucker, it's USB-C. It can carry audio and video, you
It's
dipshit.
for peripherals.
Yeah, it's for way more than just charging. Are you dumb? You dumb little fucking muppet? God damn. Fucking ignorance. And he's,
You're very passionate on this subject, huh, Goof?
I just, oh,
You goddamn little muppet, you Arlo, you stupid fuck.
God damn. Well, this same motherfucker, I'm thinking he watches videos I put up because he immediately had opinions I had. Like he switched gears. Like I have changed my opinion and I am changing my theories and my whatever. I can't remember what he said. And then he proceeded to make a video where he repeated all the theories I had verbatim that I did in a video. And I'm like, motherfucker, you are. And I hate that. I fucking hate that so goddamn much. I hate when bigger channels look for content in smaller channels.
They
And
do that. It's been proven that channels do that too.
yeah, they fucking do it. They're looking for ideas for their channel to keep their channel going. They don't know what to do, so they look for the guys who are working hard, struggling. They're still little. They're small channels. They're trying to get somewhere, and they go and watch those videos and go, hey, yeah, that's they might be right. Yeah, that'd be great content. Let me do a video saying the exact same fucking thing. And it is frustrating. And yeah, that's why I hate telling Rich, but I think he's watched other channels that got ideas. Like he says, "Oh yeah, and he'll make jokes about it and click his little thing." Like I'm not hating on Rich, but and I know he's trying to make money here. God, why do I have respect for him? God damn, that is so fucking weird. Like I'm trying to defend him, but also call him out at the same time. You notice that, right?
Yeah, well, it's because he made you a mod, so you feel like you owe him something.
I don't know if
Or
that's
owe him that.
why. I'm trying to be critical, but not being an asshole.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be critical, but not an asshole. But I do think he literally looks at other content every now and then. But there's no like laws or rules against it, so there's no way to stop it. but he'll like sit there and hit the applaud button and be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I watch your shit. Yeah, I watch your channel. Oh, yeah, I'm stealing your ideas. Yeah." It's the fucking applaud button. I
I hate
literally
that applause button.
I hate that it's always the same applaud. If you at least break it up.
Or have different ones, at
Yeah, yeah,
least.
just yeah, different applauds. Like just have different applauds. That's what I want to do. Like I'm literally planning to copy things that he does on his stream. I'm going to. I haven't done it yet, but I goddamn promise you I'm going to do it. I haven't done it yet, but I will eventually. The only difference is I'll deviate. I will go with a different applaud sound. He is so fickle about that. The reason he hasn't gotten any other applauds is he says it just doesn't sound right. Some of them don't cut the way he wants them to cut. All you got to do is go watch some old episodes of Arsenio Hall, and you can get the one
Oh
with
yeah.
get the audience going hoo hoo for long, long periods of time and everything. Oh, I just noticed some people came up in here. Sorry, Parv, I didn't notice. We were deep in conversation here. Oh, what did RT do? He didn't really do anything. Not really. Not really. I'm just being a dick. I'm just being critical of him. That's all. He didn't do anything. I'm just being critical.
What is Parbs? What does that mean? Parbs.
I don't know. That's the name they have. Parbs. That's their name. Parbs. It's a name. Yeah, what is a parb? Maybe it's short for something.
Parb.
Parbs. I always like to hear the backstory. Ah,
I do
okay.
too. I'm always curious about that.
Yeah, like there's always a backstory behind the names that people pick.
But like, why are you so curious about my name? I'm just like, I like to know the like, where you get your name from.
It's
It's
always
interesting.
interesting. There's always a short.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just short for something that yeah, because like, do you remember Alpha Omega Sin? Like he had a whole story behind his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whenever people show up, I ask. Now, to be fair, there are some people that have names that you'll read them, and honestly, people would be like, "I just thought it was funny,"
Or it was an auto-generated name.
yeah, or something like that. Like there's no story behind it. Like they'll just be like, um, it'll be just like a stupid joke or an inside joke, and they'll just kind of be like, and then but people who have it like as a joke, they'll explain the joke because they want you to laugh at it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Always with the NVIDIA's new generation GPU GeForce RTX 50
Yo,
series.
Goof.
Yo,
It's 10:30. I gotta get off, man.
alright.
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Thanks for the talk, lad.
No problem. And now it is just me looking at crap online talking. Later. Wish I could get some more people in the chat. Like, I think I'd have a more interesting show if I could have somebody to have conversations with. I think that's the problem. I think, you know, I want to start. I want to do like a something like a podcast or something with like a co-host and shit. But finding anybody who wants to do anything like that is incredibly hard. How can you work the YouTube algorithm to get more live viewers? That's a good freaking question. I wish I had the answer to that. It'd be nice. I don't know. I feel like part of it is just like the icons I use and shit. I'm not very creative with that shit. So like this is what is I think that's what I'm using right now. Hang on. Shorts live. Yeah, like I reuse a lot of stuff. It's a lot of the same stuff gets used over and over again. So yeah, I think the thumbnails is a problem. That's the one thing Twitch does better than YouTube, even though I hate Twitch. YouTube has no good way to search out live streamers. Is that? I haven't actually tried to look for other live streamers, so I don't know. So this is the news to me. I don't really like Twitch either because I feel like they're too restrictive on what you can say, and YouTube doesn't seem to give a shit. As long as you're not threatening to kill somebody or something, they don't give a damn. YouTube doesn't give a damn. Or like if you're not trying to kill somebody and you're not being pornographic, if you're being pornographic and whatnot, then that's an issue. But like little shit, like I don't know. I feel like Twitch is overbearing. They're overbearing, and that's because they got too many people at the helm who are way too left leaning. Yeah, there's no real live streamer page on YouTube with categories, etc., like Twitch. Damn, that sucks. Let me look. I'm gonna look. There's no. See, yeah. No, you're right. I don't see anything. Trending. Oh, there is live. You come down here, you click live, and that gives you a lot of live stuff. But then what kind of content do you want to see that is live? Yeah, you're right. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. You can go to a bunch of random live shit, but you can't like narrow it down. You want to watch somebody playing some kind of game or some shit live, but you can't. Like I don't know. Can you search the live for Minecraft? No. But here's what you can do, I think. If you search something you want to search for, like Minecraft, you can type Minecraft. I think you can then. No, you can't. Holy shit, they don't even have a way to like search filter to a live stream. So you can't even go. Oh yeah, you can right here, live. Features live. There we go. So that's like as close as you're gonna get. So if you want something, you have to just search for it. So you can like search for a game, and then you go to the filter and you just go to features and click live, and that's as close as you're gonna get, I think. As an example, I mean, I could search gaming, search gaming, and then search filters and live. I guess that's close enough. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, there's more they. You're right though. There's more they could do. They could do a lot more. They do a lot more. You know what's funny? I've tried to play retro games and nobody sticks around for that shit. Nobody cares for like playing old games. Nobody cares. What is going on? Is Rich streaming? No, Rich is not streaming. But yeah, no, Rich didn't do anything. I was just kind of calling out some of his things, calling out things about him, but like it was just random off the cuff. Yeah, but you're right. There's no categories. YouTube is good for live streaming if you've got an established channel with lots of subs. Yes, that's the only time that you're right. That's exactly the only time that the streaming is good is like when you already have it. I think the way they still have it set up is they expect you to just build out a channel with videos and then attract people to the live streams that have seen the videos and subscribed. Trying to start up on it as a live streamer is basically impossible. Yeah. So yeah, it's like yeah, it's still set up in a way to where you just need to be a regular YouTuber with videos and you use that to get in the people to come to your live streams. That's exactly what RTU did. He had that other channel which he got rid of, but he got a bunch of people there and then shamelessly plugged the streaming channel and then ended the regular channel. That's what he did. Ooh. Yeah, that's why I'm screwing up. I feel like that's where I'm screwing up. Yeah, that's where I think I'm screwing up, though. I think I need to just do more videos and stop streaming so damn much. I just need to make some more videos, play some games and shit. Just drown the algorithm and shit, and then that'll bring in more subscribers, and then that'll help with streaming. because that's the way they have it set up here. Which is kind of messed up because that means they're not paying attention to Twitch. They're not paying attention to Twitch and how Twitch does things, which isn't good. If you're gonna compete with another platform, you need to keep an eye on what the other platform is doing and what works. And I don't think YouTube does. Because yeah, there should be categories when you're looking for live streams. I'm 22. You look 45. Gen Z is aging like milk. Oh no. Oh no. It's because Gen Z is more stressed. I don't know. I'm Gen X and I was pretty stressed. I was pretty stressed with growing up. It it boggles my mind that they aren't using Twitch's ideas and making a popular YouTube streaming interface for people to discover. That would require getting into the heads of Google, and there just isn't. I wonder if they've made a little handshake behind the scenes. That would be messed up. I don't think they have, though. No, I don't think they have. Because Kick has basically copied Twitch. It can be done legally. Yeah. I haven't been to Kick. I haven't bothered with Kick. I don't, it's not proven yet. I don't feel like it's proven enough yet. Like, it could go away at some point. There's been other attempts, you know? There's a reason YouTube hasn't done it. Yeah. More than likely. More than likely. Yeah. Oh, God. Elon's wealth is jeopardized. Really, Trump could decimate Tesla and Elon Musk's fortune. Oh, God. I don't care. I really don't care. Snoop Dogg loves Hawaiian Punch. Wait, yeah, I love Hawaiian Punch. I don't drink it anymore because I'm a diabetic, but I loved Hawaiian Punch growing up, man.
Natural and artificial flavor. That's what this is.
Oh, God, why do people do that? Oh. Yeah, they've got YouTube Kids. Why can't they make a subset of the site called YouTube Streaming? Yeah, right? I hate that too. I hate when people do that. I hate when people sit there and go, or I hate that shit.
I'm still the same.
The slurping and all that. Just stop.
You ain't never let me down. You've been with me my whole life. I miss you too. I'm gin and all kinds of shit. I ain't forget about you. I'm gonna tell Jimmy to make a gin and Hawaiian Punch. Alright? Go. Sure.
He just had a conversation with his drink. DSP is the worst eater and drinking. He is. He is. Not a single time. I've watched a lot of DSP, and not once has he even taken a sip of a drink without lip smacking after. It's okay. So I can't remember what it was that was going on, but his wife made him food, and it was so obnoxious to watch him eat because he wasn't chewing with his mouth closed. He was sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You are not a fucking pig. You're a human being. Chew with your mouth closed. And he just got real fucking asinine about it. Started shitting on his audience for basically just being like, hey, have some manners. And he just shit all over him. Chews with mouth open, lips smacks, talks while eating. God damn. Eats off paper plates. Yeah. Oh, it's because everybody in that house, I think, is everybody being him and Kat. He's so obnoxious about it. But I'm trying to figure out why he has so many subscribers. Why do so many people show up for him and he's so terrible? I try not to be terrible like that, and I don't get that. It's like, wow. I mean, other than I got to do more videos. He complains about trash. How about you stop using paper plates and buying DoorDash? Yeah, I can't even get DoorDash where I live. There's no DoorDash where I live. They don't come out here. If I want something to eat, I'm cooking or I'm going to the store. And some stores are far, far away. A lot of people live. Ugh, a lot of people like rich and and DSP and so on and so forth. They live in suburbs. They live in suburban neighborhoods, and I don't. I live in a rural area. I live in the sticks. Yeah, DSP popular, but he did have early YouTube success and piggybacked. Yeah, yeah. So it's like that's part of the problem. It is so hard to get in on this. I've been doing this since 2016, 2017, I think. Maybe. I can't remember. And it has not gone well. And then the trolling and his us versus them victim mentality drags in all these weird parasocial people who watch him. Yeah, the same ones who come to my channel and accuse me of being a dent tractor. I'm a dent tractor. I'm like, dude, I don't hardly pay attention to DSP. I can't be a dent tractor. I'm not a dent or a detractor. It's like I barely watch him. I barely do anything with him. It's hard to. I did something the other night and I couldn't stand I reacted as much as I could to the whole microphone, the mic he got, the voice mic. I reacted as much as I could to it, and then I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't. There's nothing else to react to, short of him being able to hear me. It's just not worth it. It was stressing me out. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm moving on to something else. That happened because one detractor found you, but they realized there was nothing to troll about you. And yeah, they showed up and they left. They were like, okay, well, this is not not worth the time. That's why they show up. They showed up and then they left because there's nothing. Well, that's kind of like the political idiots, like the MAGA crowd. The MAGA crowd thought because I didn't like Trump that I was a lib. And I'm like, I'm not a fucking lib. I just don't like Trump. You don't have to be a liberal to dislike Trump. Anybody can dislike Trump. I don't like his policies, and I don't think he's a good person. Yeah, I've had some meltdowns. Yeah, I've had some meltdowns. I've had some because I get on here when I'm having a bad day. The problem is if I don't get on here when I'm having, also when I'm having a bad day, I wouldn't be on here very much. Like I have so many days where my depression and everything is kicking my ass. And if I only showed up when I felt perfectly fine, there would be hardly anything, you know? So I have to be here. Even when I feel shitty, I have to try and be here. But there are days where I just can't stand to be here. But I'll come here depressed and I will break the fuck down. I'll get frustrated with everybody. Yeah, yeah, I stream. Stream when I can. I still can't believe he did the smacking.
Natural and artificial flavor. That's what this is.
Yeah, you heard that? He went, and then, no, don't slurp it, damn it. Drink it like a normal human being. God damn. I know, right? Yeah, he like slurped it. He was like, stop! Stop! That is so obnoxious. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Sonic Galactic? Okay. Oh, not Galact. Oh, is it Galactic? I thought it was. Oh, no, it's not Galact. No, it is Galactic. Galactic? Galactic. Ugh. I don't know. Sometimes I like to react to shit on here, but it doesn't always go well. I Oh no. Sweet Baby Inc. client has a huge meltdown over gamers. When do they not?
So we're getting right into the brain rot with this one. As the community manager for
Yeah, if Rich watched me, he would hate me because I am not a fan of the DEI stuff at all. I don't like the forced oh god, what is it called? The forced what is that word? I said it earlier. Forced diversity. I don't like forced diversity.
Compulsion Games has been going absolutely insane over on Twitter. Describes herself also as a DEI consultant. And I saw this over on a tweet from Seal where he says, Compulsion Games hates gamers and seeks to quote-unquote rewrite history as hard as they want to redefine racism. They know where to shove their mandatory DEI Sweet Baby Inc. game. If highlighting their own words makes me anti-woke, oh no, lol. And Seal going on to provide a number of screenshots of this very upset, bizarre community manager person. Let's start with the screenshot that he posted of her bio that reads, she/her, bi/pan-fem, history alum, WO change me.
I hate this. Like, it's obnoxious. It's cringe. That's why I hate it. Like, putting your whatever in your bio like that is just obnoxious. It's obnoxious, that's all.
DI consult and CM. Maybe the
People didn't used to do that.
WO part got cut off, not sure. Then it says at Compulsion Games, at Twitch, at Logitech, and social media influencer. Interestingly enough, if I go to her bio now, it reads liberate, she/her, bi/pan, history alum, Twitch and Logitech partner, CM at Compulsion Games, and views equal my own. Lastly, we can also see that she's in protected mode. Okay, and now that we've seen that, let's take a look at some of the tweets that Seal's talking about, where this person says, honestly, I hate gamers, trademark. The next one saying, the sheer level of scum-sucking filth that permeates the gaming community is abhorrent.
The thing is, there's a lot of people who play games that aren't part of this, I'm going to call it a subculture. There's a lot of people who are not part of this kind of thing. They know what they want. I feel like they make a bigger scene than they should. Because all they have to do is just not buy it. Just don't buy it. And you can't force people to be into something. You can't do it.
I'm disgusted to even share an interest with so many terrible people. She then responds to her own tweet there with a quote tweet that reads, we also need to be very honest about the elephant in the room. The majority of the perpetrators are white/white adjacent cis-het men. I gotta ask.
What the fuck is cis-het? What the fuck does that mean? It feels like they're inventing words. Why? Why? Oh my god.
What the frick is wrong with y'all? Okay, so first of all, anyone using the terminology white adjacent is probably two things. One, extremely racist, and two, also having an extreme victim mentality. In other words, one of the last sort of people you'd ever want to know, let alone put in a CM position. And
see, and that's the problem with the industry at large. They're hiring people not because of talent or skill, but because of an ideological quota. You know, they're not hiring somebody because they have talents, skills, or whatever. They hire them because they agree with certain ideologies, and then they end up just doing terrible jobs and making terrible games. Gee, wonder why? Maybe it's because they don't have any goddamn talent.
yet apparently Compulsion Games thinks this is the perfect person for the job. I also love how loosely she's using the term perpetrator here. She's like talking about like your average gamer, and she's like, the perpetrators. And for the record, I think this CM was actually in the news a few months back. Maybe it was for these tweets or maybe something else. I don't recall exactly what it was. Or maybe I'm confusing her with someone else. You know how these sort of people are, always raging online and acting identical to each other. It starts to get hard to differentiate between them. looking in the responses, and actually it does seem like this person
I'm not a left-leaning or a right-leaning channel when it comes to politics. I have issues with people from all sides. Like, I've seen dumbasses on the right too. I don't like the MAGA crowd, just like I don't like the DEI crowd and whatnot. Though I hate using the word woke, but yeah, I don't care for that crowd either. I feel like they just goes too far extreme in either direction.
was in the news a while back. Yeah, John F. Trent saying gamers don't forget, and showing a headline here from an article that he wrote titled "Compulsion Games CM reportedly quote unquote protected, despite declaring hatred of gamers and claiming quote white male gamers were a mistake unquote." We're not done with the screenshots that Seal provided yet either, as he included this one that also has Compulsion Games Twitter account. A tweet from them reading, "Many video games are a product of the times they were created in. As we look to recreate and remaster these stories for modern audiences," they're unironically using that term, there you go, "it's important to consider the implications of these harmful portrayals and do our part to rewrite new history, not repeat it." Notice how he underlines that and says edited. On the top screenshot, we can see that they had apparently previously said, "and do our part to rewrite history." Obviously, this is an insane thing to say, and the edit itself doesn't even make it better. That just makes it seem more deceptive, because at least saying they want to rewrite history is on the nose. Like, it's a terrible thing to say, obviously,
Man.
but it's on the nose, right? But saying rewrite new history, that seems like
I would have an issue if this was shit on the right too. Honestly. Like, if we were going too far on the right as well, like if our games were made strictly to push propaganda for gun sales and shit, I mean, to be fair, a lot of games could be looked at that way, but like if they were just like making cringe dialogue about how it's every American's right to own a rifle and blah blah blah, and you'll take my gun from my cold dead hands and shit like that, I'd be like, no, 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 no. I don't like it on either
they're
side.
saying the same thing, but they're trying to like not be as on the nose about it. Like, oh, we're phrasing it differently.
God damn, I didn't know it was 9:50 already.
It's okay, guys, if we phrase it like this. No, it's not. What's the matter with these people? Bunch of lunatics. And
Yes,
just to be
they
sure
are.
everyone understands what I'm saying with the edited thing, that doesn't mean Seal edited the tweet or anything like that. Twitter does have a function where you can edit their tweets, so presumably Seal is saying that Compulsion Games edited their tweet, changing rewrite history to rewrite new history. Probably everyone gets the point. Just wanted to be sure. And lastly, over on the right, we can see Seal says, "Compulsion and Sweet Baby Inc. proudly proclaiming their prioritization of the mythical modern audience." And we can see on SBI's website, they did apparently list Compulsion Games as a client. Of course, that being before they hid their clients list. And then we've got that screenshot of South of Midnight, an upcoming Compulsion Games game, which seemingly
I feel like the games should speak for themselves, though. If it's really that bad, going after these people and giving them a hard time doesn't do any good. If a game is just that bad and filled with all this nonsense, eventually they figure it out, and eventually these people get fired. Just don't buy the games. Pretty simple, pretty cut and dry. Making a whole, how do I say this? A kerfuffle. That doesn't do any good. I don't want to sit here watching this. I don't want to dwell on this shit. It was just something to react to, something to watch. I have the stream saying that I'm streaming games and Minecraft. I need to fix that. So I gotta fix that. So I am going to end the stream and I'm gonna make another stream. End the stream. I'll be back. I'm gonna start a new one.